Santa Cruz. This is Sabrina's birthday weekend, and we're gonna go there.
Birthday month. Actually, it's not
even your birthday month anymore. But
because he was late on the present.
I wasn't late. Okay, look, I wasn't late on the present. We had to make sure we had enough time to request the day off.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to Santa Cruz. We're gonna spend the night there, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna, go eat something good. Hi, welcome to the Sleeping Dog Podcast. My name is Alex, aka Golsetti, and we are here with...
Hey guys, it's Sabs. Do you want to introduce them and tell them who I am?
Duh. Anyway, so this is my girlfriend here. It was her birthday recently. She turned 20. So we basically came to Santa Cruz, and we wanted to just do a little birthday weekend, and basically just spend the night over here and, kind of get something nice to eat and, go over to the beach, go to Pizza My Heart. You always gotta go to Pizza My Heart.
Always have to go to Pizza My Heart.
So anyway, we just want to do a little get to know Sabrina. Anyway, so if anyone actually knows Sabrina, you know that she's a big Office lover. So the first question to you is, what is it about The Office that makes you such a huge fan?
Honestly, when I first watched it, I could not latch onto it. I didn't think it was funny at all. But the more I watched it, the more I realized, it was my kind of humor. Super dry, but very funny.
Okay.
Like me.
Huh?
He just looked at the camera like he was Jim, Jim from The Office, how he does that.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, and I think that, shows that are trying to... What am I trying to say? Shows that are being made now, they try to have that kind of humor, but it just comes off as, super cheesy. And I think The Office is really the only show where I can relate to the people, almost not as if they were me, or, that I knew them personally, but, I just think it's because they have the same kind of humor that I have, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I also think that out of all of the shows that I've watched, Friends, Parks and Rec, which I really couldn't get into. Parks and Rec really isn't that funny.
No, I don't think so. I can't get into that either.
So yeah, Friends, Gossip Girl, what other shows? Anyway, just my point being that, like, The Office is the only show that I can watch religiously and, like, never get tired of it.
So anyway,
anyway.
okay, so let's get into some other questions about you because obviously, you think The Office is the best show ever is kind of
It
appalling.
Is. Okay, I'm sorry. Name one show that's better than The Office,
Friends.
please. Close second.
No, it's a close way above The Office.
Explain.
Well, the Friends.
Wrong. Next.
I'm always wrong. Sorry, guys.
Yes, he is.
So your favorite place to vacation?
That's a hard one. Like, vacation, like, there for a couple of days, or vacation, like, day vacation? Like, because I have different ones.
We'll start with day vacation, then let's go into, like, a vacation. Like, you're there for, like, a couple weeks.
So I would say day vacation, either Santa Cruz or San Francisco. Just because, one, they're both in the Bay. Two, like, the cool weather is my favorite weather. And three, they both have the ocean. And I love the ocean, so.
What about a couple weeks?
Honestly, the only place I've ever left home from for a couple of weeks that I've been to, is South Dakota. And that pretty much goes without saying. If you know me, you know I'm from South Dakota. And that's, like, the best place in the world.
You know what? Actually, let's just roll right into this question. I was going to ask you what's your favorite place to visit, but I mean, that's kind of the same thing, right? Vacation visit, similar.
Yeah.
If it's like a day vacation, it's kind of similar, right? So
yeah.
it'd probably be the same thing. So rolling right into the next one. So you're from South Dakota. I don't know what the hell's out in South Dakota, but
yes, he does. We went there to vacation. Don't act brand new.
Yeah, I went there. It was actually kind of nice. So anyway, so what do you miss about South Dakota that isn't in California? And you can't pick your family because, I mean, family's kind of obvious. Like, if your family's over there, you're going to miss them. So
okay.
Pick another thing that you miss that's over there.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Well, for one, Qdoba. I miss Qdoba.
What's Qdoba again?
It's like another version of Chipotle, and people here will say Chipotle is better, and then people there will say Qdoba is better. When I first moved here, I thought that Qdoba was better by far, just because they have... What are you making that stank look for? Just because they have the best queso, but then after...
Queso's cheese for all you non-Spanish speakers.
Coming from the guy that doesn't know how to speak Spanish. So the longer that I lived here... I think I became more accustomed to Chipotle. So personally now, I think Chipotle is better, but I do think that Qdoba has better queso. Also, I miss B&G ice cream. That was like a little ice cream parlor that I worked at, which is actually funny because now I work at an ice cream parlor, just in a different state.
Alright, so also another thing is that you don't get E. coli from Qdoba. Can't be said, can't say the same about Chipotle.
Also, Qdoba, you can get as much meat and as much guacamole as you want, and they don't charge you.
So yeah, so Qdoba gives you...
You can, if you go to Chipotle...
Chipotle's starting to piss me off.
Can I get guac? That'll be extra. I know, just put it on my plate. Like, it's almost insulting. When they tell you that's going to be extra, it's like, obviously. But
what if you don't know? I mean, how would you not know? But what if you don't know?
I will say this, though. When I first moved here and I got Chipotle, I asked for guac, not expecting that it was going to be extra, because Qdoba doesn't charge for guac.
Point proven. Anyway,
You're stupid.
So, I love you too. So, Qdoba, so final answer on that one? Is that what you're saying?
What was the question?
What do you miss from South Dakota? That's not California?
Yeah, Qdoba. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, if you know Sabrina, she's got like some odd 8 or 9 tattoos or something like that, right? Somewhere around there.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.
Okay. They're all relatively small. If any of you have seen them.
Yeah.
So any tattoos ideas? Any tattoo ideas?
Yes. Speaking of small tattoos, my mom always points out that, well, you have so many small tattoos. When are you just gonna get like a big one? Which leads me to my next tattoo idea. Was actually one that we were gonna get, or that I was gonna get when we were in South Dakota, but that didn't end up happening.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get a 2 for the record. Just saying.
That I was gonna get anyway. So it's like a big floral flower right on my thigh here. Like probably like this big, like.
Yeah, so it's gonna go like mid thigh to like.
Yeah, mid thigh to like rib cage kind of. Yeah.
It's just like roses, just like a whole like garden.
I was thinking of roses, and it kind of like will have to do with the same meaning that like, so I have a rose behind my ear, and the rose behind my ear just pretty much means like passion and the way that I choose to love people and like treat people, which is with love and passion, and thankfulness and happiness and just all of those things that you correlate like love with is what the tattoo behind my ear means, which is pretty much what the tattoo on my thigh will mean once I get it.
Right. That's nice.
Thanks.
Honestly, I can't wait to see it. So getting more into like more fun questions.
Yeah, ask more fun questions. They don't care about.
Well, people that know you will care about those.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, so let's talk about this. So, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh.
I got mine.
This is
What's
like
yours?
a broad one. You need to like narrow it down and have me pick between the two and explain.
No.
why.
I'm not having you pick between nothing. Any superpower you could ever want, like any superpower you've ever seen in any comic or movie.
Okay,
Which one would you like?
How about you go first and I'll go after.
Okay, so the one that if anyone has seen Jumper, it wasn't like a hugely popular movie. It was kind of popular when it first came out. It had the dude who was like Anakin in Star Wars in like the second and the third movie. But I can't remember his damn name. Anyway, so basically his power, because the movie was Jumper, I guess you could call his superpower like he is able to jump from place to place. He's basically able to like teleport.
Okay.
Like if he's able to see a place, he's able to go there.
Okay.
So if he can just have like a picture. I think there was one scene where all he had was a picture of the inside of a bank vault, and he was able to teleport into that. So as long as you're able to see it and you're able to visualize it in your mind, you can go there. So he would like, I think there were scenes where he went to like Egypt and like different places around the world, which I think would be insanely cool. Mm-hmm. Just with a blink of the eye, like you're able to. I mean, I wouldn't have to fight traffic going to school. You know what I mean? So like, I'd be able to go from
'cause he's never on
my
time. What?
Low blow. I'd be able to go from my room to campus. It'd be. I mean, obviously, I'd use it for more than that. That's kind of lame, but you get my drift. Or you catch my drift. However you say that damn thing.
What did you say?
You get my drift. You catch my drift.
Did you guys catch his drift? I mean, did you get his drift?
Did you pick one yet, or what? Did you pick one?
Oh
my God.
If I had to choose,
You're almost worse than Carlos.
Any.
Ooh, yeah, we going low blows on this one. What's up, Carlos?
Alex Golseth or Pillsbury Doughboy?
You said you wouldn't call me fat.
I didn't. I called you Pillsbury Doughboy.
He's a little fatty. What you mean?
He's chunky.
He's chunky. That's not word for fat.
Okay, stop interrupting me. So, if I had to choose one superpower, is this temporary or for the rest of my life?
For the rest of your life.
I think I would choose.
I mean, look, you can fly, you can run fast, super strength.
I understand the question. I just have to think. Okay. Let's take that question out because I don't know.
What? How do you don't have a favorite superpower that you like? Look, honestly, it's taking so long for her to figure this out. I basically went over, grabbed a sandwich from across the street, went to the other side of the street to the gas station, filled up my car, came all the way back, went to the restroom, sat here and still had time to like eat my sandwich.
Is that why it stinks?
We're heading that out. So these are kind of goofy questions. For the rest of the podcast and video, it's just gonna be a bunch of goofy questions, just trying to get to know someone basically. So, first question, it's kind of goofy. I don't even know if I want to ask this, but first, shut up. Anyway, so you're a new crayon in a Crayola box. What color would you be and why?
Repeat that. I don't think they heard you. You didn't enunciate. Say it one more time.
You're a new crayon in a Crayola box. What color would you be and why?
Oh, man. This is a tough one. I think I'd either have to go with navy blue or maroon.
You mean red?
Maroon. Fun fact. The first night that we ever met.
Fun fact.
We had an argument, and it was... Are red and maroon the same color? I said no, he said yes.
Look, I know they're not the same color, technically, but
They
maroon is a dark red.
Okay,
you know
but
what I mean?
they're
It's
not
a dark.
they're
It's a
not
dark
the same-
red. It's
They're
and also
not
on
the
top of
same
that, I kind of
color.
just wanted to make her mad because I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
We had the same argument with navy blue and blue, like two totally different colors.
Hey, first of all, hey, if you're a guy, for the most part, I don't want to generalize people, but for the most part. Guys kind of see just standard colors. Like purple's purple, then there's dark purple, then there's light purple.
That explains
there's
so much
red,
when it comes
there's
to
dark
males.
red, there's light red, there's blue, there's dark blue, there's light blue. So like, of course, I'm not stupid. I know that there's
because
a
you're
lot
inattentive.
of colors,
Males
right?
are inattentive to detail. That's what it is. Anyone who's watching this, the next time they see Alex, don't even say, "Hey, bro," "Hey, Alex," "Hey, man," whatever you call him. Just say, "Hey, Pillsbury Doughboy." Just say it.
I'm just letting everyone know there's going to be heavy editing in this video, so if it looks a little choppy, that's why. I couldn't get her just to answer questions straight.
Don't
anyway.
ask me the next question. That's stupid.
If you could be any animal, what would it be and why? That's stupid? How is that stupid?
A sloth. Because
Alright, so sloth.
I'm really...
Why would you pick to be a sloth?
How about
They are like the slowest and like laziest
I was trying
creatures.
to prove a point that I really don't care, and I'll just pull anything out of my ass. Let me ask you a question. This is my podcast
Okay.
now. If you had $10 million, what would be the first thing that you would do with it, and why?
The first thing I would do with it is probably buy a house. To be honest, not like a huge house. I probably wouldn't buy a huge house because the first thing I would do is probably buy a house. All right, but the second thing I'd do would probably
invest.
Well, yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do. Okay, would it not?
This
Okay,
is
look,
supposed to be a fun question.
If you invest money, there's a chance that you're gonna get more money out of it. If you don't invest money, you're just spending money. No, seriously, like I would put money into stuff that could make me money.
No, I understand that.
It's a way of thinking about it. Like I don't want to just spend money on this.
No,
and that.
it's smart, and I agree with you. I'd probably do the same thing, but like this is supposed to be fun. Like that's not fun. They don't want to hear that.
You should like to hurt my feelings. Oh, easy. You got a big thing on the top of your head.
That's what she
No,
said.
no. We're never getting through this. So, the question is, would you ever get an Android? Personally, I got an Android before. I went from an iPhone to an Android, and I actually loved the Android. The one problem was that I didn't have iMessage. And iMessage is key. And plus on like Snapchat and other stuff, the camera looks like crap.
Yeah, makes you look like you took the video during the Civil War. So.
Anyway, so, but, didn't you say that? Because I took a picture with my Android, right? It was a Samsung Galaxy S6, something like that.
Taking a picture is different from using Snapchat. And if you
No, it is.
No.
It is. But it looked really good. Just on Snapchat, it looked like crap. I mean, I can understand why that would be a deal breaker for a lot of people. A lot of people that use Snapchat, but
yeah, but I'm just like, it doesn't make sense though, cause like, I mean, I don't know. I just think that like, yeah, it takes really good pictures because it's like the picture is super saturated and it makes everyone look really good. But then you go on Snapchat and you take a picture, and it looks pixelated. Videos look pixelated. And me personally, like, I don't use a lot of Snapchat, but it's still like the principle behind it is why I wouldn't get. And I'm so used to the iPhone, and I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think I've had an Android before, but I've had something that looked like it. I don't know. Maybe it was
what?
I've had like, I don't know what it's called.
Android is like the operating system. So like, every Android is like LG, Samsung.
Oh, okay. So I've had an Android before, but it was before I've ever had an iPhone, and I wasn't like a big fan of it. Like, I didn't like the way that it operated. I really personally didn't think it was user friendly. Like, it's not hard to operate an Android, like, but I just think operating an iPhone is just more user friendly.
Yeah.
We bond better.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for listening to my podcast. Thank you, Alex, for being a guest.